What's your name?
Diana.
Great. And you did the color blue?
Yes.
Okay. So what did you find interesting about blue?
What I thought was interesting about blue is that you can't use it around food because it makes food look gross. So if you want to lose weight, use a blue light in your fridge and then you won't be so likely to choose food to take out to eat because it becomes unappetizing.
Interesting.
Yep.
So anything else you can think of? As far, I remember there was one thing about boardrooms and things like that.
Yes, so blue, it boosts your creativity, but it's not good for things like accounting, so when you need to be on your toes. So you'd want to use blue when you're in like an art kind of environment, but if you're in a boardroom doing numbers where you have to be thinking of a lot of things, you shouldn't use blue because it relaxes your mind, and so you won't be able to think on your toes.
So what's your name?
Emily.
Okay, and what color did you do?
I researched the color green for our project.
Okay. So can you think of anything that was interesting about the color green?
One interesting fact about the color green is actually the Blackfriars Bridge in London. When it was painted green, suicide rates went down by 34%.
I remember that now, actually. That was an awesome one. Anything else you can think of? As far as practicality, as far as interior designer goes?
Green is a really restful color because your eye doesn't have to adjust in order to receive it, so it's really calming. And if you want an interior design space to have that kind of natural look, then you use the color green for something soothing and relaxing.
So in places like England, purple being rare means only like the monarchy could wear it or be allowed to wear it, and probably there wasn't any purple around for anyone else because of its rarity anyways. And then in Asia, because of purple being artificial and kind of unworldly, it ended up being associated with death. The English company Cadbury does purple for a lot of their packaging, and when they did market testing in Thailand, that shade of purple was seen as cheap, and so it was actually deterrent to sales, where in England it's seen as being like royal and like rich and luxurious.
I'm Nikita White.
And you did orange, right?
Yes, orange.
So what did you find interesting about orange?
I found that it was actually really interesting how orange was actually known as the fruit and not actually the color only until the 16th century. So it was originally known as the fruit.
Okay. As far as practicality, as far as interior designer goes, how would
orange is the most controversial color. It either gives you a positive or negative effect, so it depends who the person is and if they actually enjoy the color orange or not. So.
What's your name?
Shanley?
Great. And you did the color?
Yellow.
And what can you think that would be interesting about yellow? What did you find interesting?
One thing I found really interesting was a lot of people think that painting a baby nursery yellow is a safe bet because if they don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But in actuality, if you paint a room yellow, it will cause irritation in babies.
So don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that for babies. But if you are going to paint a room yellow, I would suggest painting it a soft yellow and not a bright yellow.
Okay. And the trivia you came up with?
I found that it was interesting that the color yellow actually increases metabolism and it invokes cognitive abilities.
What's your name, first of all?
I'm Tiffany.
Okay. And you did the color red?
Yes, red.
Okay. What did you want to say about red then?
We found that red was a really good color to put in dining areas, mostly because it's a physical color. It really gets your blood moving and really increases your appetite. So, and it can also be a really romantic color.
And yourself?
My name is Cindy, and I found that red as well has negative negative affects into people. So if you put red in a room for like a kid, it's not good because you're trying to make him go to bed. You want him something calm, not red that would be energetic, and it will make them want to do more stuff and not go to sleep.
Great. Was there a little bit of trivia you liked?
Yeah, interesting fact, bees can actually see the color red, so red flowers would be pollinated by like the wind or birds or even bats. So, yeah.
Wow.